Good afternoon everyone. Thank you all very much for supporting the channel. Now, let's move on to the book. Book 89, Stop Being a Nice Guy. By Robert Clover. Chapter 1, Nice Guy Syndrome. Nice guys are men who are concerned about to look good, avoid conflicts, and try not to upset anyone. They think that if they are like this, then they themselves will become happy and loved. But in most cases this happens. The author had many similar clients. One tried to do all the housework after work, washed floors and dishes, cleaned the house, and so on. But every time the wife found something to complain about. And the next time, he did even more. Another had many female friends. They talked that he is a good listener, and they often called him to share your problems. Each of them said that any girl would tear him off with her hands. But they themselves didn't want to meet him, and they chose all sorts of scum. The other didn't know the word no. He helped anyone who will ask him. But he noticed that for some reason no one wants to answer him. Repay with the same coin. These are all nice guys. Whole man. I like myself this way, what he is. Therefore, he does not need to seek the approval of others. He always says, if he needs something or doesn't like something. It's open, straightforward, and emotional in expressing his feelings. He helps someone if he is free and has no business of his own, and is also not afraid to do anything. Then, despite possible conflicts, nice guys think that they should be able to do everything on their own. They find it difficult to ask for help because they are trying to hide any signs of one's own imperfection or weakness to change. First, you need to talk. So find 3 friends, preferably male. Who do you trust most? If there are none, then you can find a help group who will support you or turn to a male psychologist. Chapter 2, Where Nice Guys Come From. Every person's beliefs are formed in childhood. When a child is born, he is absolutely helpless. And most of all, he is afraid that he will be abandoned. Secondly, children are self-centered. They think the whole world revolves around them. And every time the child seems that he was abandoned, he will count that he himself is to blame for this. For example, when he cries and no one takes him in their arms, parents get angry and scold or beat him, demand the impossible from him, or say that they will leave him if he doesn't follow them now. That's why he has thoughts that being yourself is unacceptable, since people close to him do not pay him due attention. Thus he develops toxic shame. That is the state when he is sure that I was born bad, defective, not like others, or unworthy of love. And children begin to behave differently. Someone, when they feel lonely, may behave badly just to get attention, even if in a negative way. And someone suppresses their individuality and becomes who those around you are, according to the boy, want to see him. A thought lingers in his head that they will love him only if he is different from his father. An alcoholic, he will not make mistakes, will get good grades, won't be sad, will not cause trouble to anyone, and so on. Therefore, his entire future life will be based on these beliefs. Every year there are more and more nice guys, as the number of divorces increases, and the child is raised only by a woman. And fathers in the regions are at home less often because they work on shifts. When do they arrive? They are addicted to TV and alcohol, therefore uncommunicative. Why did the boy stop understanding what does it mean to be a man, and began to depend on the approval of women? Schools are predominantly taught by female teachers, which makes school children also have to please women. And now radical feminism is becoming more active, whose representatives claim that all men disgusting in nature. And it is mostly men who suffer from these messages, who are accustomed to seeking approval from women. And they try even harder to change. Think about whether there was something similar in your childhood. If yes, write down the possible factors. Who inspired you that being yourself is wrong? Share this information with a trusted person. And describe your feelings that you are experiencing. The purpose of this task is to discover the cause. to then replace these beliefs with more true ones. And change your current life strategy. Chapter 3. Learn to meet your needs. Who really matters? So, as we already understood, nice guy does everything to get someone's approval, so he can pay attention to something in himself. For example, physical attractiveness, white teeth and a clean-shaven face, for some of your business or skills. Ability to dance well or work hard. Or for something external, say, because they have an attractive wife, a cute child or a nice car. To increase one's worth and gain the approval of others. It's called bindings. Nice guys attach their individuality and importance to the above-mentioned things and pay attention to them to prove to yourself and others that they are worth something. Due to toxic shame, they are unable to allow it, that others may like them for what they are. Make a list. What do you focus on? It could be a hairstyle, expensive clothing. You don't have to use alcohol and staying in good shape. Just for that, to be praised. You can polish your car until it shines every day. Or always smile and never get angry. Nice guys view sex as superior approval form, and they believe that a woman should be in a good mood to want to have sex. Such men are constantly afraid to do something. What can upset a woman with whom they want to have sexual intercourse? So they bend over backwards to never upset her. They always apologize first, so that it doesn't happen. It gives a woman the opportunity to spin a man. It also determines its significance. That is, if she says that he's wrong or that he's an asshole, a nice guy will be inclined to believe that she's right. But in the end, such worship sooner or later ends in an outburst of rage, when the object of worship does not live up to the expectations of something pleasant guy. That's why, when crimes happen, the previously quiet ones may be involved in this. Calm guys. Think if you weren't concerned about that. What people might think about you. For you to change in your life. If you didn't want to, getting approval from women so much. As if then, how did your relationship with the opposite sex develop? Nice guys think, what do they have to hide, or distract attention from any of your shortcomings and errors? For example, if they forgot something, don't understand something, or are depressed, so they will lie. Don't talk about it or hide it. It is also associated with physical disabilities. For example, they go bald, get fat, or are not ideal in some way. You write all the situations. Where did you try to hide some of your mistakes or shortcomings, and then think, do you believe in that people can see your flaws and still not care? Love you so that you change in yourself. If only they knew that the people who care about you, they will never leave you and never stop loving you. Whatever happens. In fact, every person should seek approval from the only one who is truly important to him. At one's place. Nice guys need to learn to be themselves. Start by paying attention every time when you want to impress someone or get approval. For example, he can realize that he spends too much time on his hair. Tries as quickly as possible, cross a pedestrian crossing, so as not to delay cars. Or helps someone, even if you have a lot to do. When will he start noticing these moments? He will be able to ask himself an important question. This is really it. What do I want? For example, one of the author's clients, Cal, scrubbed his car every day. He realized he was doing it for others to praise him. Therefore, wanting to change, he decided not to touch her at all for a month. Within a week, she was covered in dirt. And when he was driving down the road, then I was sure that people look at his dirty car and judge him. But after a month, no one said anything about him. Dirty car. No one left him or stopped loving him. And vice versa, when he washed it again and polished it, he didn't have any new friends. And no one began to love him more. So choose one of the actions which you commit to get approval, and select a time period during which you will abstain from it. If you lose your temper, analyze the circumstances of the failure to understand why, exactly at this moment in time, you have a desire to get approval from someone. Pamper yourself more often, not paying attention to the opinions of others, for example. Sleep as much as you want. Go somewhere with friends. Eat junk food, play. Buy yourself something or go to a massage therapist. When a nice guy starts doing something good for myself, he will feel uncomfortable. He can feel fear and anxiety, guilt or confusion. These feelings are result of cognitive dissonance. That is, when he does something good for himself, that means what he is, significant person. And this will contradict the ingrained, deep inside him, belief that he is a worthless person. Write what you would like to do for yourself personally. Post this list in a visible place, and do at least 1 point every day. Make a list of positive attitudes, and write them down on a card, for example. I'm so attractive. What I am strong. Full-fledged man. People love and accept me this way. What am I, or the only person whom I will please? Myself. When you read the installation, close your eyes and try to be completely immersed in her. Sometimes your mind will reject these attitudes, but you should keep repeating them over and over again. Spending time alone. It's easier for nice guys to learn to accept themselves. They can understand who they are, what they like about themselves, and what motivates them. When they make a decision, they will also begin to open their eyes to their relationship. That is, if they previously considered their marriage ideal and bowed to their partner, then, now, they can see a bunch of shortcomings in their relationship. So they often need to travel to unfamiliar places, where there will be fewer reasons. Strive to receive someone else's approval and hide your shortcomings and mistakes. They will decide for themselves what should they do, when to go to bed and get up, when and what to eat, where to go and what to do. And they will understand that loneliness will not kill them at all. That is, he will overcome his main fear, that you will be abandoned. So schedule yourself a week or month. When can you go somewhere? 1. When you return, you will notice that you have changed. Honesty helps nice guys accept themselves. So they meet regularly with a trusted person, or attend a self-help group, where they can talk about themselves. At first, it will be difficult to share even everyday things. After some time, they will be able to tell such things, which create fear in them and cause a feeling of shame. If the person or group members support them, from now on, they will no longer be closed with people and give evasive answers and begin to reveal their darkest and deep secrets. They will begin to understand that they are not bad. There's no need to try to get approval from other people. Hide your shortcomings or mistakes, because people can love them as they are. Chapter 4. Make your needs a priority. If from childhood, nice guys didn't get enough attention, and their whims were not fulfilled, they begin to think that they are unworthy of some desires or benefits, and feel uncomfortable when they get it, what they really need. So they try to avoid it, for example. If they were told in childhood that they are worthless and worthy of nothing, having matured, they will refuse promotions or reject all offers to meet from beautiful girls, because they will be confident that they deserve it. When will they find a partner? They will approve anything. His solution, for example: take a day off, buy a new thing, go to the doctor, or go on a trip. And at the same time, they will never allow you to do it. Any of this for yourself? Think about whether it is normal for a person to have needs. Do you believe it, that there are people who want to help you meet your needs? Nice guys patronize people instead of caring about them. They give something to another person, what they themselves want to give, not what he really needs. And they give something to get something in return, for example. Give gifts and make surprises, assuming that they will be given something in return, or they will treat them better. But when they don't get anything in return, they become offended or angry. A striking example is particularly ardent fans. And then the nice guys start doing nasty things. Embarrass someone in public. Supposedly forgetting about some things. Criticize or make barbed jokes. That is, they become passive-aggressive. Identify 2 or 3 examples. Manifestations of excessive guardianship and refuse them. For example, if you help someone, even if the person asked you not to do it. Because nice guys are used to sacrificing themselves to survive, and their recovery should focus on to put yourself first and do your needs. Priority. Other people will only benefit from this. A nice guy will stop patronizing them, will stop hiding what does he need, and a person will not need to guess what does he want from him. He will also stop behaving aggressively or passive-aggressive. For example, if you invite your girlfriend over the weekend, relax somewhere, but she refuses. Nice, the guy will be depressed and get angry, but changed. He will say that, then he will relax with friends. And if she wants, then he can join. That is, his needs to rest are now in first place, regardless of his partner's decision. And vice versa, if he is tired, he can easily refuse to go somewhere. While a nice guy will be afraid. What if he refuses? Then his partner will either leave him or quarrel with him. That is, start doing something, regardless of partner's approval. Next time, when you want to give something or do something for someone else, do it for yourself. Your blood pressure, that is, custody of the partner will decrease, which, on the contrary, will lead to that your partner will miss you. And this way you will learn to give gifts just like that. Not for the purpose of gaining approval or love. Chapter 5: Restore your power. Learn to share your feelings. Regardless, are you experiencing? You are angry, anxious, or lonely. Nice guys usually hide them, so as not to seem weak, so they don't get judged, or so as not to offend someone. Make a list of fears that prevent you from living. Or it could be something. What are you afraid to tell about yourself? Once you decide to face your fear, say to yourself, I can handle it, no matter what happens. I can handle it. Repeat this mantra until you take concrete action. And you won't overcome your fear. In this case, subconsciously, you increase confidence that you can handle anything. What are you afraid of? And each subsequent fear will become less scary, and it becomes easier for you. Setting boundaries helps nice guys stop. Feel helpless. Sacrifices and reclaim your personal power. Author using laces. Set a boundary and told a nice guy that's going to cross this border and tries to move it. As soon as he feels uncomfortable, for him to stop him. Often nice guys can't do it. And take a few steps back, trying to keep the peace. They think the other person will stop pushing, and everything will be all right. Due to childhood experiences, they show other people that they have nothing against violating their own boundaries. But as soon as nice guys start taking responsibility for how other people may behave with them, their own behavior immediately changes. As soon as they stop encouraging things which seem unacceptable to them, those around them begin to behave differently towards them. So start setting boundaries. But before that, pay attention to this. How far are you willing to retreat to avoid conflict or maintain peace? Within the next week, analyze your behavior. Do you say yes when you want to say no? Do you agree to do something? To avoid conflict. Do you avoid certain activities? Because someone might get angry with you. Do you tolerate unacceptable things? I hope everything will resolve itself. Write down your observation and share the name with a reliable person. Chapter 6. Restore your masculinity. Nice guys spend little time in male company. That's why they are so attached either to their mother or to his wife. They convince themselves what is different from other men. Because they are not aggressive and not quick-tempered. Neither cruel nor attentive to women's needs. They suppress masculine energy in themselves, thinking that in this way they will gain the approval of women. But in the end, they lose leadership positions in the family. And women are the opposite, attracted to more masculine guys. And men who try to please them in everything. They think they're rags. That nice guys only make themselves worse. Restoration of masculinity include: firstly, establishing connections with other men. Start chatting more with your neighbor. Sign up for some sports section. Or join the army. In general, look for men. Thus, you will be less receptive to female approval. Second, gaining strength. Mostly nice guys are soft. So they need to start practicing physical exercise. And to do this, get rid of bad drug habits. Alcohol smoking. Coffee and so on. Only having gained strength, he will become more confident and independent. Third, absorb the behavior patterns of other men. Think about what qualities a man should have. Do you know anyone who has them? So one can teach taking risks and testing oneself for strength. Second, how to express your feelings, and so on. But first of all, their fathers should be responsible for raising boys. For example, in some families, to break the symbiotic relationship with mothers, boys behave aggressively, swear and send everyone to hell. Father should draw the boy's attention to more healthy model of masculinity. That is, teach how to manage your aggressive libido, how to communicate with women, how to contact men, and what is most important, how to develop your own masculinity. This is the end of the book. Subscribe to the channel, like, and leave your opinion in the comments about this book for now.